Howdy folks, it's Nick here, and we're looking at Porsche Challenge on the PlayStation, published by Sony in 1997. Now, as far as I'm aware, this was a PlayStation only game, correct me if I'm wrong, but you race Porsche Boxters in a championship and you have to come first to progress to the next round. By doing so, you unlock extra tracks, and if you complete the game with one of the set characters, you release different cheat modes. So we've got Dan here, Rachel, who else? Oops, automatic or manual, but I always do automatic gears on these. We've got Beats, Nikita or Makita, Marco, Takabo. Yes, each driver, when they're in the control of the computer AI, of course, have slightly different styles. But various different tracks, including the Porsche test track at Stuttgart, which I think we start on. There's Alpine as well. Once you start getting good at the game, which I'm not, there's various shortcuts that you can actually find to, well, gain an advantage. Now, you can only drive a Porsche Boxer in this game, which limits it a little bit when it was up against things like Gran Turismo, but I forgive that because it is called Porsche Challenge, but it would be nicer to have different types of Porsches. So we're in simulation mode. If that doesn't work, then I'll go to arcade, because this is an arcade game, it's not really simulation. Go, 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 go on Dan. So yes, I haven't played this too much. This game was sent to the channel by Longrod von Huggenden, so thanks to you again. You sent us quite a lot of games, which is extremely generous. I still can't believe it. But we'll be reviewing all of those in due course. So let's just concentrate on not making a pig's ear of this, which I probably will. Now the car's hasn't got a very tight turning circle, so controls take a bit of getting used to compared to other racing games. I think I prefer to play this on arcade, to be honest. But there's different views. This is my preferred one. Whoa, lots of speech throughout this. Game moves slightly slower than I want it, but only fractionally, so it is a good game, one has to say. Varied tracks. The closest game I can compare it to is one of my favourite racing games of all time on the PlayStation, which is Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. This isn't quite as good as that, but it's in that vein. It's not 100 miles off. So two things are happening here. The time to the checkpoint's ticking down. That run down, it's game over, and we need to win the race against the other 5 opponents, or we can't get to the next track. We have 3 laps each time, which is plenty to get used to it. Now, what I should have done first of all, which I haven't, to get more used to the game and its driving skills, there is a practice mode where you can race against your own ghost car. So race against your fastest lap to gradually get better and better and used to the handlings of the track, or of the car I should say. Now there is a handbrake in this for very tight corners, which I still haven't got used to. By easing off you can go into a small drift with the accelerator and then mainly brake as well, but it takes a bit getting used to. Now there is an easy mode which I'll probably go to for the sake of this review if I don't do very well or progress past the first track. But I definitely should have put this in arcade mode. Whoops. I have to remember it's 1997. It hasn't aged brilliantly as a game, but for the era, the late 90s, it's pretty good. It's a good game, I would say. You get a lot of playability out of this one. Now there's a lot of tracks in this. Some are a lot better than others. This is the Stuttgart test track apparently, and this is quite detailed. I like the Alpine track, which hopefully we'll come to as well. Yes, various cheat modes you can unlock are invisibility, extra speed and various other things. So we come second, so that doesn't qualify us. Boo. So we'll have another go at this. I can't leave it there. I want to show you at least a few tracks. Porsche Challenge. Damn, why didn't you have a Porsche 911 in it? You have got the license from Porsche Sony, so why didn't you do that? I don't know. Right, you can have 2 players in this as well. There's a couple of replays if you get stuck. Time trial, that's a mode. Right, let's select Rachel this time. She looks a bit sexier. Maybe the car will go a bit quicker. Simulation, let's put that to arcade. We'll keep the difficulty to regular this time at least. Right, let's see how we do this time. hopefully a bit better, folks. Right, round 1 of 12, so you know. Let's go! Okay, go for it, love. Let's see if this car handles a bit different in arcade mode. I'm not noticing a great difference at the moment, but generally you notice it round the bends. Can I slide round? Well, that's fractionally better, but not a great deal better. It looks like they've tried to keep realism in check a little bit here. Yeah, the car handling is a bit better here. See if we can win. Whoops. Yeah, you need to get used to the track a bit more. Right, so up next is 5th place. It would have been nice to have the drivers' names above the car, or at least in a display like Need for Speed Hot Pursuit is. It's better than the sequel of Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit, which is a little bit disappointing. I think that was called High Stakes, which I'm sure we'll come to at one stage. It's in a draw somewhere. Right, we're in 4th place. We need to win. 2 laps to go. I don't know how accurate this is to the Stuttgart track. If you've been there, please comment below. Is it close to it? I've never owned a Porsche. Surprise. Come on. Yep, so stands up quite well, but I prefer Gran Turismo, but that's more of a simulation. This could be more arcadey. They could have improved it slightly. The handling could have been improved slightly. It's just the turning circle isn't brilliant, so it's more like a simulation. Where if you're doing a simulation on chase view, forget about it. Right, 3rd, 1 lap to go, so we need to pass 2 cars or it's game over. And if it is game over, well, we'll keep it on arcade mode. And you knowing me by now, we'll put it on easy and probably fail again. Curses. Whoops. I'm losing a lot of time here. Yes, this isn't going well. This won't be the best gameplay you ever see or Porsche Challenge ever on YouTube. Let's just go for silly commentary, if we can do that. Cutting over the rumble strips there, very good. I'm sure there's a better way of doing that bend. Now, the game does boast that the driver's got different styles. Maybe if you're playing it quite a long time you'll notice, but they all seem pretty similar to me. I think that was Dan I just went past, was it? Yeah, 3rd. That's even worse than last time. I'm getting progressively worse. Well done, Rachel. Is that Rachel from Friends? She's not my friend if she keeps losing. Let's get out of here. Game over in race 1 of 12. Is this a candidate for a blundering series? I don't think so. It's an advertisement for Porsche anyway. Right. Yeah, let's do the championship again and slick it onto easy, just so I can show you a few of the... I'll keep Rachel though. I've got a bit of affinity with her. Right, easy. Now we're talking. We finally reached my standard, I think. Right, now watch me thrash the hell out of all these computer opponents all of a sudden. We can do this thing. Go, Rachel. Yep, it's the same old banter each time. I don't know, there is a story to this, but it's not a particularly good one. Right, so I've driven past him as if he's in a Fiat Punto with a flat tyre. Let's just race past all of these people. Yes. I need to ease up the accelerator more. I'm driving this like an arcade game, and really it leans towards simulation, as I said. But it's with arcadey graphics. Right, there's 4th place there. Goodbye to you. So basically, as long as I can just drive around and not stay on the grass too long, I'm probably going to win this, he says. Well, that's the best I've ever done that bend. 3 laps looks plenty if I can get into 3rd by that point. I got a massive speed advantage here. Oh, what's he doing? He's a bit of weaving. So I knocked that cone for miles. Right, cut round him on the outside, can we? Slow down on the mud here. Porsches aren't very good at driving through mud. They slow down massively, I think. Oops, who's this coming past? It's Dan again. Bugger off, Dan. Second place. Oh dear. Second place. Right, now, where's the leader? There's a map down on my left there, a circular radar thing. Don't know what that means. There is a mode where the lap changes slightly with obstacles each time, I think, as well. What's the time of day in here? I think it's like dusk, isn't it? My car will be bright red otherwise. Right, one lap left to pass this chap. We must do it. By Jiminy, we might very well show you more than one track on this review. I know there's different tracks, highways and through the city and alpine. USA's here, various tracks there. Stuttgart in Germany. Japan features. So you know, you get a lot for your money here if you bought this game. I don't think you would have been disappointed. It rules people that practice a lot. It draws you in. Got favourable reviews at the time, I think. The lowest ones might have been in the high 70s, which is high praise. As I said, my favourite racing game on the PlayStation is Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 3. I also like Roll Cage 1. I like Roll Cage 2 as well, which I haven't reviewed yet, but my preference is for Roll Cage 1. It's got more of a retro feel. And as you see, we've won it, see? First time. Great. That only took about 11 or so minutes, did it not? Hooray! Right, I finally cracked it. Go on easy mode on arcade mode for babies, and that's me. So, race 2 is from the USA. I think this is like a highway stage. Hopefully it's not the highway to hell.
We're out of here! Let's go!
Yep, same banter every time. These people are thicker than a blue wow omelette, I think. I don't think I'd like to socialise with them. Maybe nick their Porsche. Whoops, that's not how you do it. Thank goodness there's no pedestrians in this city. Right, I think there might be traffic somewhere on here. I would like to leave this city. This old town don't smell too pretty. Do you know what show that was from? I'll let you answer it below. You can have a contest. Oops, oh dear, into the barrier. I like the sound of those seagulls. They remind me of the Need for Speed 3, which I keep going on about, the track called Aquatica. That's got seagull samples, I think. But I think these samples were slightly better, you know. Right, yes, I don't know this track. I'm dawdling in 5th place here, after one lap, which is slower than last time. Let's just concentrate here. Done that bend better than last time, but still pretty hopeless. I like all these flashing lights about the place. Does that mean casino or bar? It's the USA. I don't know where in the USA though. It might have said on the map before and I just didn't notice. Could be GTA 4, could it? Somewhere around there. Oh, there's another. I think that was a tram then. Seagulls. Get some air. Not too much. Yeah, the game could be slightly quicker. On arcade mode, I would like the handbrake to give you a bit more of a slide turn, to create a bit more excitement, a bit more adrenaline. Fast and the Furious, well, average. The average and then slightly furious. I will come back to this game though. I feel like maybe not in review mode, record mode, but in my own leisure time, I'll probably try and get to the end of this. Right, we're in first place somehow. Well, we won't be now, I'll keep doing that. No, somehow we're still in first place. Perhaps he drove off the track into someone's living room. So as long as we're just half decent, we'll get to the next track. Yeah, a lot of detail in this one. There's a lot going on. Got trees, got the seagulls, and I think that was a shortcut to my right there. If I could have made use of it. This music's pretty passive. Bit like a Ridge Racer music. If you're familiar with that game, it's sort of like there, but not really in the way. Yes, I know. First place again. What did you expect? Right, it was a bit slow. Next race in Japan. A bit slow off the ground in this review, but I'm gradually getting better. The graphics for PlayStation 1 days are quite good. Quite detailed cars for the machine. This was in the last century, remember? 1997. What were you doing in 1997? Were you born yet? You might have been, you might not have been. Right, it's night time in Japan. This is... Yeah, we know your banter. You've only got one set of rules. What? Who? One set of gags. God, let's get on with it. Where are we, in some sort of coal mine here? We're off road anyway. I don't know where we are. Oops, dear, I felt that. We might have to call the panel beaters after this. Was that a shortcut to my left? Maybe. Oh yeah, this track's doing my eyes in. Whoops. Right, as long as I've got a car in front of me, I'll know where to go. Right, let's cut through him. Try and memorise the track. This is probably the first time ever I've driven round here. I think you may have guessed that. Aficionados of the game that still play this today and have played it for the last, well, getting on for 15, 20 years, will probably be shouting at the screen again. There's nothing that promotes shouting at the screen than my videos. Boof, right. 2 laps to go. Remember to say boof every time your car goes past the finishing line. No matter what game you're playing. Boof. Write that down. Put it on a post-it note. Put it on your screen. Go past the finish line. Always shout boof. Okay? Get ready for next time. Nice little tunnel. Where is this place in Japan? I mean, there's nothing... Oh, there's a Japanese sign there. I don't know what it said on it. Probably the equivalent if it's watching my driving as WTF. Let's go right slow round here. Nice engine sounds on this. I'm quite impressed. Right, 4th. We're gradually doing this thing. 3rd. No, nothing slows a car down like a concrete barrier. Yes. Let's cut round here. God, I'm driving around like a hopeless person. Right, 1 lap left. We've got to get past 2 cars. This could be game over quite quickly, and I wanted to show you the alpine circuit. Right, where's first place? Pretty ruthless qualifying system. First place or nothing. You don't come first, you don't get the next track. It plays a bit like an arcade game where you just... the only reason it'd be set up like that is to make you keep putting money in it. I'm not putting money in this PlayStation, that's for sure. Goodbye, sir. Right, I'm in first place after all that jibber-jabbering. Hold it together. Stay on target. Stay on target. Yay, and I turned off my targeting computer. No, I didn't. Oh, look at that. You just scratched my car. That's no good. Right, we'll claim on your insurance. Next race is Alpine. Good, or in Alpine. So there's various different tracks at different locations. Looks like we're going to show you 1 track from each location, which is better than a punch in the face. Or is it? Loading. Now, I'm very impressed with the loading times of this game. Very quick. We're not hanging around too long. If you can get this game quite cheap, I would say buy it. But not if you can get Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit. Right, here we go. See, it goes a bit of slip sliding around here. I'm enjoying this game more as we go along, you know. Could be a competitor for best game of the 2 weeks, maybe. What do you think so far? Get out of the way. You fool. He's not getting out of the way. Who's that in the red car? I've forgotten. Diddly-dee, 5th place. Yeah, this is a very twisty course, this Alpine one. I always look, in these games, I always look for the scenery. Is it smooth or is there pop-up going on in the distance? In Tokka 2, which I did a blundering series of, there was a small bit of pop-up, but this looks like already that there's no pop-up in this at all, is there? Oh, ever so slightly on that building there, I noticed. If you look onto the horizon. But in your near view, it's brilliant. I think it's only the tall buildings that pop up, isn't it? Those low ones are there immediately. Mind you, I can't concentrate on tall buildings and win the race at the same time. Or can I? No, I can't. Whoops. See, that stop sign should have blasted into hell. Nice flurry of snow, that's a good effect. Yes, I'm impressed with that, that's done well. I mean, when you look at snow on computer games, that can be done very, very badly, but this is nice and subtle, they haven't overdone it. Nice texturing on that wall. A little bit of blur there. Right, third place. I've only got one lap after this, so I need to get a wriggle on pronto. I don't know where the Alpines is. Is that Switzerland? Is that France? Oh dear, is that Pyrenees? I don't know where he drove off to. Right, I need to get past 2 cars. I've done it before. On the last lap. There was a bell there. Was that a train going across somewhere? Whoops. Second place. Yeah, I don't know why they got that checkpoint time. They can get rid of that. If you had to win or nothing, there's no point of having that there anyway. Maybe they can't code it off. I mean, in the time trial that'll be there. We have to do various things at various times. Alright, first place. I'm in first place. I knew I could do it. Whoops. Oh dear. They're trying to come past me. There's one past. Oh dear, I'm grabbing defeat from the jaws of victory here. That's harder. That's probably a harder feat to do. Or there's first. Oh, I've muffed up.
Hard luck.
Yeah, that was tough cookie. Second place, so that's me out. But you know, I showed you 4 tracks from 4 different environments there, so that was better than average by my own low standards. Yes, well, I hope you liked having a look at that one. That was Porsche Challenge, published by Sony in 1997 for the PlayStation. Please remember to rate, comment and subscribe. It's always appreciated. Put your thoughts below if you've got any. Until next time, take care and goodbye.
Goodbye.